Picture this. The sins we've all committed are a direct cause to the pain that was inflicted on Jesus, because he saw the consequences of our flaws and actions, and he decided to take the awful lashes in our stead. So that night, you sneaked out into the club with a fake ID, got drunk, ignored the danger, laid your body and your head in a complete stranger's bed, and ignored the fact of whom God called you to be. Your actions were the lashes that stripped the flesh from Christ's legs, and those late night tantrums that caused you to lift your voice and fists against your parents when it was apparent that they were doing the best for you, to save you from yourself, to save you from the X, the crack, the meth. Yes, they begged you to stop before you ended up dead, but you will not listen to them. You stormed out at the fight and you got high instead. That night, you got Christ whipped in his back until the skin blistered, ripped and bled. And when you say those awful things to that girl of lower means, just to be mean, just to seem cool to your friends, or when you punch that awkward kid after school just because you don't know how he looks like or how he lives, you deliver the punches, the lunges that split Christ's upper lip, the uppercuts from the fists of the soldiers as they kicked the Savior in his ribs. He endures the crown of thorns for your sexting, vernacular language, texting, and your porn. He takes up the cross for your every transgression, and in the light and in the dark, he went to Calvary for the sins of you and me. The senseless whims that we believe are victimless crimes, but please believe that the victim is Christ. And I hope that you see, every time you deceive, you are your parent, the teacher, and the friends. With the lies from your mouth, a nail goes through his right hand. Then he shouts, yes, listen, you can hear him yell as a nail punches and tears the precious flesh of his feet. He screams no more. He implores to us, cease, but we ignore his pleas for ourselves on the streets, searching for more than we need, gluttony, envy, and greed. Feed the need and implant the seed. And indeed, you can't even see that a homeless man can't even stand up with his hand out, looking for a hand up. The iron is, Christ is screaming, he is me. A nail goes through his left hand, just because he ignored and left him to die hungry, alone, our way and home. And we do it every day, every week. And on that fateful morning, when the cross finally stands and comes to rest, when his knees quake in his wake and there's a pounding in his chest, after everything we put Christ through for the sins of you and me, he still looks to the heavens and says, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And daily we nail Christ to the cross. Can you picture that?